bridge in Stockholm has been transformed into one of the most expensive starting lines in the world. Beautiful cars worth around $200 million with more than a few stunning drivers.
I'm Team 81.
I'm Team 82.
And I'm Team 83.
This is the kickoff of Gumball 3000, a week-long exclusive car rally for the super rich that starts in Scandinavia and ends in Las Vegas. But it's not a race. It's a chance to party around the clock on 2 continents.
It is absolutely irrational. 2 hours of sleep if you're lucky, and that's not a joke.
Michael Morrow is a former model turned real estate investor. He's one of 200 Gumball guests, burning rubber and loads of cash.
You have right about $100,000 just to be in the rally if you get invited. Insurance for 3 days to drive across Scandinavia, $15,000. You can spend $100,000 just on party tables in 7 days. The car that I brought, it's a wide-body Ferrari 458. There's only a couple of them in the world.
Michael spent $250K on the car and another $100 grand just to customize it for the rally. His total tab for the 7-day road trip is more than $500,000.
There's no justification. You have to just be willing to say, I'm going to write this off for an epic story that I'll remember when I'm 86.
This year, Michael's fellow Gumballers include Formula One superstar Lewis Hamilton, rocker Tommy Lee, and famed DJ Deadmau5. They're all friends with the guy in the black Lamborghini Gallardo, Gumball founder Maximilian Cooper.
It's a road trip that I started back in 1999.
He spends millions of dollars to set up one-of-a-kind VIP experiences like this stopover in Sweden to go drag racing on a private airstrip. Plus, this all-night rave in Denmark that features glow-in-the-dark Dom. After 3 days in Scandinavia, the hungover Gumballers and their wheels are loaded onto a ferry and shipped to Germany. From there, they drive to a soccer stadium in Amsterdam where car lovers can worship their incredible rides. Later, they rage to the sounds of renowned DJ Afrojack at a private show. And while the Gumballers party into the night, their cars prepare for takeoff. These wheels have to be in Reno, Nevada within 24 hours so they can finish the rally stateside. To make it happen, every driver pays to have their car fly private. Packing the jumbo jet is a delicate operation that takes nearly 8 hours. By then, the Gumball drivers have boarded a chartered Boeing 767.
Morning, welcome aboard.
Chartering both jets to get the drivers and their cars to Reno costs more than $1.5 million. And when you're spending that much cash, there are no rules on board.
This isn't a normal plane. A lot of craziness, a little bit of nudity.
Everyone get naked!
During the 8-hour trip, Gumballers polish off more than 2,600 cocktails. The flight crew said it's the most they've ever served.
Thank you for flying Gumball motherfucking Airlines, baby.
After landing on a private airstrip in Reno, the drivers head off to their final destination. And while the Gumball Rally isn't a race, it does have a rewarding finish line. One more all-nighter in Sin City. Some of the super rich like to scream about their wealth with flashy mega mansions, but others prefer to whisper. On the outside, this may not look like an over-the-top palace, but looks can be deceiving.
We wanted to live in a destination resort every single day. We did not want to maintain multiple properties.
Former television host Alex McLeod is taking us on a tour of this very unusual estate just outside of Los Angeles. She shares it with her fiancé, frozen food mogul John Blazevich. But now they're looking to sell it for a whopping $53 million.
So Alex, you drive up to this house. It's a nice one-story Mediterranean villa.
Nice.
Nice, but not that special.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, I'm freaking out right now. All right, look, we're gonna surprise you. This
Okay.
house has many secrets. It's a private palace, that's what it is. And you're surrounded by luxury, everything you could ever want. We had a team of 6 that worked on this home for 17 years.
This wasn't just any team, by the way. The architect and artist who hand-painted every detail used to be employed by the King of Spain, so they weren't used to thinking small.
This ceiling is interlocking, and there are no nails, so it's held together by the sheer forces of gravity. And then there's the gold leafing, which is a nice touch, 24-karat gold.
The first floor is certainly opulent. Where are the secrets? Well, they're right here, buried 5 stories underground and hidden by secret passageways.
If you could just move this chair for me,
okay.
please. Thank you very much.
Even more mysterious.
Now I'm going to show you the subterranean surprises.
The further down you go, it's like you go back further in time.
That's right. We're actually 20 feet below ground now, and we're in the 10th century.
Well, that might be a bit of an exaggeration. Not many ancient underground Turkish spas that we know of cost $10 million to build.
So this is our spa.
Wow.
And it rivals any world-class hotel spa.
Even the towels have the house name and logo. Just down the hallway, there's an indoor pool, jacuzzi, and a hot stone room. The ceiling, walls, and archways are all sandstone. The blocks were constructed by 300 nomadic Moroccan tribesmen. The entire spa took 8 years to build. And just like the Spanish castle that inspired the room, the spa appeals to the discriminating voyeur.
This is a one-way window, so we can see what's happening in here, but you
can't see it.
Yeah, on the other side.
Why was that?
Now, this is because in the 10th century, the caliph or the king would be watching his maidens bathe, and he would decide who he was going to have dinner with that night.
Have dinner with, right?
Yeah.
Is that how your fiance chose you? Found you?
No, I wasn't part of a harem.
Okay.
No, Robert. We met the old-fashioned way.
Okay.
We were introduced by friends.
Alex's fiance, John, designed and built this home, and he made sure it reflected all of his passions, which include tennis. Lots of tennis. Sure, there's a clay court outside, but 5 stories underground, there's an indoor tennis court that cost more than $14 million to build.
Let's just say tennis is a multi-million-dollar hobby here.
Some of the world's top tennis stars, like Pete Sampras, have played here. The room is also fully wired for entertaining and converts into a ballroom for over 300 guests.
So whoever buys this house for $53 million,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to be comfortable spending time underground. Right?
Well, a portion of their time
And if you're
underground.
buying in LA, you want the sunshine.
That's right. I mean, we spend the majority of our time outdoors. We're very active people. We take full advantage of our 8 acres. But when we want to play a little indoor tennis or have a steam, think of it as added value.
Plus, the good thing about this is that all of this luxury is hidden underground.
Right, because we're people that we don't want to show off our wealth. We just want to enjoy it.
And from the looks of the place, $53 million sure buys a lot of enjoyment.